Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Andrew at Microphonic Designs here, joining you on this wonderful Wednesday, October 6th. This is episode number 3 of the October Marching Audio Vlog series. It's about 11:15 a.m. I've been in the car since about 8 a.m. and I've been driving down to Austin, Texas. Today we're going to be working with the Crockett Cougar Band in South Austin, Crockett High School. And again, as mentioned in the last video, episode number 2, Crockett is a much smaller band program than Lebanon Trail and Aledo High School, and that is A-okay. Again, I like to work with groups of all sizes, and Crockett in particular is near and dear to my heart. One of my dear friends, one of my closest friends, Miss Brianna Minke, is currently the head band director down here at Crockett, and she was hired on as the assistant band director, obviously, for a few years before that, and so she's doing just a great job with this program. To give a bit of quick context to what we're going into today, I worked with the Crockett percussion students in the second semester, so earlier this year, basically from February to the end of the semester of this year. I worked with them through Zoom. Fast forward to the end of the school year, they did find a full-time in-person percussion instructor who is doing a great job. I was also contracted to not only handle the sound design and electronics consulting for them, but I also was contracted to write the show music itself. So originally, when I first started writing their percussion music, I wrote for 2 vibraphones, 3 marimbas. One of the marimbas had a marching snare, the other marimba had a concert snare, and then there was just a third marimba, so 3 marimbas with some drums. We had concert bass drum and 2 impact drums, which are basically, like marching bass drums on their sides. And we had congas, some auxiliary percussion, and then a mallet station going through a laptop into main stage. So that was the original setup. And I know that once the year got underway, they had to undergo some major drastic changes. I know that the current percussion instructor, I sent him the XML music file so that he could change it to whatever it needed to be to best fit the kids for the year. And I've been a bit hands-off. I was scheduled to go down there and do their audio installation in late July, but my fiance and I ended up having our baby boy in late July 24th. And so he came, our baby boy came like 5 weeks earlier than expected. And so we had a preemie, and obviously a day trip down to Austin was just not going to fly in those first few weeks. So they had the previous head director, David, come back out, and he's real savvy with the electronic stuff, so he got them set up, and that's been pretty much it. Just a few weeks ago, I finished their third and final movement, their closer. Again, having taken notes from some of the changes that they had to implement. And so today we're really going to see how those changes have worked out for them. We'll see what the setup is, and I'm excited to help them sound their best for the remainder of the 2021 marching season. So I am going to finish driving on down to Crockett, and I will meet you guys there in just a sec. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is rebuild the inside of this mixer cart. Hopefully we'll get it a little more cleaned up. So we're most of the way along here with this new cart. We've got power going up the sides, got the extra speak-ons tucked away, got our audio cables color-coded and labeled, and we're going to set up a subwoofer send from output number 6. Okay, this cart is all finished up. We got color codes going out for the speak-ons. We got the sub output down there. I've cleaned it up as best as I can. And then I'm getting my Wi-Fi router hooked up, and we're going to start doing some work in the board. Alright, so here's a quick look at the finished product. Really wanted to get in here and clean all the cables up. I think this is looking pretty good for what we got. Alright, and this is one last look at this mixer cart. We got power in here, running the extension cord thing forward. It's looking good. Except for this piece of tape. There we go. So I'll kind of show you. So we've got the scenes in here, right? And this is the knob that you use to sort of highlight which one you want to go to.
Okay.
And then you just press it in like a button to go to that scene. Some of them, like with the soloists, the two soloists, 9 through 16. And it's, I think it's 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 13 and 15.
Right,
so these are the two. This is wireless. No, this is wired mic.
Okay.
This is wireless mic. This is trombone. But you'll see them pop up, right? Like if we recall part 1 solo scene, right? We'll see the wired mic jump up.
That's crazy.
And then it also recalls the EQ settings and all that good stuff.
Dude, I've never messed with this stuff before. This is super cool. Okay, sorry.
Which this EQ seems a little weird. I might fix that. But if we go to like part 3 sax, right, you'll see that it's got specific settings to that scene. And all you have to do, again, is just make sure that we're on the right one. So that also means that during rehearsal, you guys just have to make sure that someone is ensuring that we're on the correct spot. And I do believe for UIL, a student has to be the one to hit the button if we're going to hit the button. But that's why we do scenes, so that's as easy as a press of a button and knowing when to press it.
Okay. Wow.
These antennas down here, make sure they're kind of up like this as best you can, kind of at the 45s. And then we talked about the group and the channel stuff and all that earlier.
Yes.
What else? There could be we could talk for like another 30 minutes about like how to really wrap cables and do all that well. That just takes practice. That's gonna take practice, and just knowing that like when the cables get wrapped up, like the snakes for example, you grab it here at the mixer and do the loops here and pull and have somebody walk the end in, because if we wrap and do loops from that end, it's going to get all twisted and all janky on this end. We also
all chords should be looped starting here, and then like someone's just making sure this isn't dragging on the ground and stuff.
Yeah, I guess what I mean is like whenever we wrap cables, if there's an end that stays connected into something, we want to wrap it at the connection point so that it doesn't get all twisted. And then the same goes for the speaker cables. Obviously, we've got color codes. That should be a little easier for the parents. And then in the front ensemble, again, the only thing that is a little weird is this thing, this USB hub. It's kind of cheap. It's just some plastic, right? So just be aware. I would have an extra one of these on hand.
Okay.
Sweet. That should be about it.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this was a productive day. It's like trying to cram almost a month's worth of work into an afternoon.
That's what Oscar will be doing next week when he comes to adding choreography and stuff. So it's definitely crunch time for us.
I think it was a definitely good afternoon. So I'm going to go ahead and get back in the car and head up. Hopefully this answers the questions, but make sure Minky calls me at some point during the drive, and because I don't think I'll get home till probably about 11:30 or so. All right, y'all.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's good to see you, by the way.
Likewise. All right, so rehearsal afternoon here at Crockett. Super busy, super productive. All right, y'all. So what an afternoon. Hopefully the lighting in here is okay. It's gotten pretty dark outside, and I don't think the camera does very well in the dark. But long day. Lot got done. I started out by sort of reorganizing their little mixer cart with their Behringer X32 and their Yamaha amps. We also took a look at the color coding for the speak-on cables going out to the main speakers. So they had two of the C215Vs and a single CW218V, I believe are the model numbers. And the system is nice and simple now. Did a lot of cleanup on their little mixer cart, their synthesizer, or I'm sorry, both their mixer and synthesizer cart. Y'all, I'm getting my words jumbled. I am tired. Oh, when we got outside, I ended up putting some scenes in the mixer. Did some EQ work with the soloist. They had a wireless trombone solo and a sideline mic for a saxophone. So we got some scenes put in there to try and control the main stage mallet station for a few spots, in addition to those soloist moments. I always do the seek and destroy EQ method, where I kind of narrow up the Q on the equalizer, boost the frequency by quite a bit, and then I sweep until I sort of find those nasty frequencies that we don't want. But all in all, it was a good day. I mean, even those small programs can sound really big by implementing electronics in a smart way. We were definitely having some issues with the mallet station, and I've seen this at a couple other groups. So if basically what was happening was our mallet station player was hitting a single note, but the mallet station was sending multiple note data into main stage, so it was triggering multiple samples that were incorrect, and I had no idea how to fix it. The other half of what made that difficult is the fact that they are on Mac OS High Sierra, like 13.1 or something like that, and so they're using an older version of MainStage, and they've got the EXS24 still, so it's been a long time since I've used that stuff. But I'm going to work on that with their percussion director. I'm going to try and figure out how to help that. So anyway, I'm pretty tired. I think I'm going to call the video here. I've got a 7 a.m. in the next video, 7 a.m. at Frisco High School, followed up with about a 9:30 at Reedy High School. So we've got the next 2 days are double rehearsal days. Busy week. So definitely, I appreciate all the support. Definitely hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and share with your friends. I haven't really put the please share, but if you know someone in your life, perhaps yourself, that just cannot get enough marching audio, hopefully this series will help quench that thirst. So take it easy, y'all. I've got a few hours of driving ahead of me. I will see you guys in the next one.